first, we start at 9:01 as April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. This morning, we're joined by Megan Van Wy and Kyle Leonard from the Children's Advocacy Center of Kent County, here to talk about the center's mission and how we can all help protect kids in our community. Good morning, ladies. We are so excited that you're here with us today to help raise awareness about this. First of all, why is April the month that we kind of observe this situation here?
Sure. Thank you so much for having us this morning. We are happy to be here and to talk about Child Abuse Prevention Month at the center. We are a center that handles cases and are here for family and children who are victims of child sexual abuse. So April is the time that we are bringing awareness to the community. We have a lot of events and ways to get involved so that people can show their support for these family and the child victims of Kent County.
Yeah, why is it so important to raise awareness about child victims and the things that people can do to help kind of, prevent that?
Yeah, so child sexual abuse is never something we want to talk about, right? Like, if Cal and I could work ourselves out of a job, we would. That's the goal of the Children's Advocacy Center. But April, when we bring awareness to something that's so taboo to talk about in our society, it helps victims feel less alone, and also it helps centers like ours help those victims that are in need.
Yeah, and just can you speak to the need in Kent County right now? I mean, what does it look like across our landscape? Give us kind of a ballpark estimate.
Yeah, so in Kent County, there are just under 16,000 children under the age of 18. And the statistic has remained pretty steady that 1 in 10 children will be sexually abused by the time their 18th birthday. So currently, we see about 1,000 children a year at the center, which means there are close to 15,000 children here in Kent County that are at risk or being sexually abused that we need to reach with our programs and services that the center provides. So there's a definite need in our community to let people know that we're a resource that they can come to, where they can find everything they need under one roof, from investigation, therapy, advocacy. Everyone in our building is under one roof. We're the only center in Michigan where all of our partners are together. So we're there specifically for the needs of the children and the families.
Absolutely, a great resource for any families that might be going through something like this.
Exactly.
It's a resource that's definitely needed within the community.
Absolutely, and I notice how it's also Children's Abuse Prevention Month, not just awareness. Talking a little bit more about the prevention aspect of this, how does the CAC kind of bring out that outreach, bring out some of those programs to be able to help with that?
Yeah, so we have a wonderful program that is in public schools here in Kent County and some private and charter schools called Kids Have Rights, where we are educating children from kindergarten to 4th grade on body safety. Megan, I don't know if you want to speak a little bit more about our body safety program.
Yeah, our body safety program really aims to empower children to know that their body is their own, and that if any unsafe or even unsure touches happen, that they know that they have safe adults that they can go to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this happens in all of our public schools, and then we also offer in-house center classes as well for all of our kids who have come through our doors.
What is the main message that you guys want to get across to maybe families or just community members in general during this time of awareness?
Yeah, we want people to know that the center is here for them. They are not alone. We are here to help families and children get through the most difficult time in their life. And when they come through our doors, they will be treated with kindness and respect, and they will find that they have a network of people and resources that make them feel less alone and helped.
Of course, blue is the color of this. I was actually just on your Facebook page before you guys walked in.
Yes.
You mentioned that there are some downtown buildings, the Blue Bridge also being one of them, kind of highlighting and stepping up to kind of bring some of this awareness for the Prevention Month. It's, of course, light outside right now. This is a live look at the Blue Bridge, but nonetheless, it is lit up blue for this Awareness Month. What does it mean to you guys to be able to see so much community support in honor of Child Abuse Prevention Month?
You know, it really is quite wonderful. We don't want to be a secret in our community. We want everyone to know that if they are faced with this challenge, that we are here to help. So things like lighting the Blue Bridge blue. We have friends out at Stomping Ground Cafe in Caledonia who are doing our pinup program.
Okay.
We have our friends at Lake Michigan Credit Union wearing our blue pins this month. So we're just really grateful for all of the community awareness. We encourage everyone to wear your blue, tell everyone that you're doing it for Child Abuse Prevention Month, and let them know that the center is a service out there in our community for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of bringing that awareness to people and trying to get past that taboo of the subject. How can parents at home bring up that topic and try to empower their kids to feel safe and be able to speak up about these topics?
Yeah, that's a really great question. It's so important that parents have open and honest conversations with their kid. Body safety should start as young as 3. Sometimes that can be really difficult for parents to even understand, what do I talk about my 3-year-old as far as body safety? There's a lot of really great books out there. There are also a lot of really great resources. I know the Mama Bear Effect is something that we talk about a lot in our center as well. But any type of open and honest conversations with kids, and then being able to let kids know that if you do talk about things that have happened, you're not going to get in trouble. It is never a child's fault that this has happened.
What would you say are maybe some common misconceptions about child abuse that you would want to maybe dispel from the public that they might be thinking about a certain scenario or situation they might be faced with?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the biggest myths in our culture right now is that the victim had any part in instigating the abuse, or even if there was a relationship between the abuser and the child, that somehow the child was at fault. And we know from research that that is never the case.
Any important trends or anything that you guys are seeing at this time right now within the county?
You know, child sexual abuse, the reason that we existed as a center is because every single story is unique. It's so important that the child's believed in their own unique story, but the reason that we have a children's advocacy center that's so adaptive to each family that comes through our doors, the reason our advocacy services aren't just cut and dry, you get this one-time thing, your case is followed throughout the entire investigation process at the Children's Advocacy Center, is because no story is the same.
Yeah, what kind of support does the CAC provide for children once they do speak up and come forward with that type of really sensitive information?
Yeah, so that's why a Children's Advocacy Center exists, right? We know children, they need someone to talk to about these things, and they might not want to talk to a police officer. So we have trained forensic interviewers who, you know, look like Kyle and I, who are in just, you know, plain regular clothes. They're not in police officer uniforms or anything like that. And they're specifically trained to talk to children. And then after their forensic interview, we offer therapy services as well. So that's also at no cost. So children don't ask to be victims, and so they should have services that are expert level, trauma-informed based services that they can access at all times. Advocacy is actually a really unique part of our center. Families get assistance throughout the entire criminal justice process. So that means someone that if their case does go into like having the child have to testify or anything like that in the criminal justice system, our advocates go with the child. They have that one person and their only job is to be a support to them. They'll also help them prep for those things. We have a mock courtroom in our center that's a shrunken down size of the Kent County Courthouse. And so kids can go there before their court hearings to help feel more comfortable and more confident in just talking about their story.
Yeah, I'm sure, I mean, the courthouse can be a very scary place, especially, you know, you've never seen the inside of one. If you've seen one on TV, it's usually about, you know, something that the television show is, you know, talking about in a horrific scenario. So it can be very traumatic, and so it's nice that you guys have that space for those kids as well. I want to ask, you know, you mentioned a lot of your community partners, the businesses supporting you guys during this month. Can you talk to the people at home who might be watching this? What are some things that they at home can do during the rest of this month of April?
Sure, they can have conversations with their kids, let them know that they're open to listening and having honest conversations. As Megan said, a child would never be in trouble for disclosing anything to a safe adult. You know, we encourage people to share with their networks why they might wear blue or why they choose to support the center. Share on your Facebook page. Go down to the bridge, take a picture while it's illuminated blue tonight, and share it on your Facebook page saying that you show support for all of those children that we service in Kent County and the ones that we still need to reach.
All right. Well, it is Child Abuse Prevention Month. We really appreciate your guys' time and insight on this topic, of course. Some very important work that you guys are doing. If there's a place where people can go to support you guys in your mission, where is that?
We encourage everybody to go to our website. It's cac-kent.org, or visit us on Facebook at the Children's Advocacy Center of Kent County.
All right. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
you.
All right.